On everyone. So the Lakers are in the middle of training camp and we have some early standouts. I mean, obviously the usual suspects, but some guys that have kind of gone through the media circuit as really kind of showing their impact so far in Lakers training camp. I kind of want to go through and talk about. And the first one is Gabe Vincent. D'Angelo Russell gave some real praise to Gabe Vincent, talking about how, he's really competing on both sides. And he was a guy that many believed could earn the starting position. Now, Darvin Ham has since said that D'Angelo Russell is going to be the starter, and it also looks like we know who the starters are going to be. It appears that it's going to be the same ones as last season: D'Lo, Reeves, Vando, LeBron, and AD. Now, of course, based on certain games, certain matchups, maybe they do some changes. Like, there's an argument if you're playing against the Warriors, right, and they have, like, say, Chris Paul, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond in the starting five, although Draymond's injured right now. But in general, let's say it's those five. There's an argument to maybe go with Gabe Vincent over a D'Angelo Russell. Go Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, Vando, LeBron, and AD. So you can put Gabe Vincent on like a Chris Paul, Austin Reeves on a Clay, and then Vando chasing around and guarding Steph. Match up that way just for the defensive purposes, right? But in general, Gabe Vincent was a guy that we knew, hard-nosed, undrafted, works hard, chip on his shoulder, was going to try to really ball out and show what he was capable of and make an argument for that starting spot. And I love those camp battles. I love seeing guys really getting after it because teams aren't going to take it easy. And especially D'Angelo Russell, who's having to go up against a Gabe Vincent game, practice after practice, scrimmage after scrimmage, day after day. I just think that that's a player that can really get after it on the defensive side, that's going to hustle, that's going to make D'Lo work, which is only going to, in return, help elevate D'Lo's game. And then vice versa from the other side, right? Gabe Vincent, he's going up against D'Angelo Russell. He's got to take on that challenge on the defensive side. D'Lo being a legit three-level scorer. He's not just a spot-up three-point shooter type point guard, right? He's a guy that can get to the basket, can operate and shoot off the dribble, knock it down from the mid-range, knock it down from the three-point shot. And Gabe Vincent's going to have to defend a lot of guards in this league like that, right? So him and being able to see that game in and game out, day in and day out, practice after practice, I think is very valuable for Gabe Vincent. And then also, hopefully, he can, develop a little bit more of an offensive bag as well. But I've talked about it before. Gabe Vincent's a guy that's really going to he's a guy that I believe is going to make an impact on this Lakers roster beyond what the box scores tell you, right? You're going to see him. He'll probably get 6 to 9 points a game or whatever, a couple steals, a couple assists, whatever, right? But it's going to be him and his just constant tenacity, him diving for loose balls, him sacrificing his body, him making the big plays here and there, him hitting a big shot. Like, there's going to be a bigger impact than what just looking at on the surface is for Gabe Vincent. And I'm really excited to kind of see how he progresses throughout this training camp, preseason, and then the regular season. But Max Christie is out here looking like that dude. Again, it's training camp. Things aren't like super crazy, but guys are getting after it and guys are being competitive. And we have videos of Max Christie defending Austin Reeves and doing it as beautifully as you've seen anybody do it. I mean, staying in front of him, forcing the ball out of his hands, making a play. He's knocking down shots. Like, he's looking like what the Lakers want him to be. That legitimate 3-and-D style player, a guy that can go and get his own shot if need be. This season, if Max Christie does play, I think, one, it'll be limited, but also I think it'll be more in like just a 3-and-D style role. Like, I don't think he's going to get much opportunity to really show his offensive, versatility like we saw in the Summer League, where he was able to shoot off the dribble. I mean, he was a legit 3-level scorer in Summer League and was the best player in every game that he played by far. And he was just kind of coasting out there, right? The Lakers are super high on Max Christie. They're the guy that they believe he's going to be the next big thing for them. Like, that's what all the reports, what all the news, what everyone thinks, that Max Christie, he's the potential to be their next like star type level player. And he's only 20 years old. And I've said this, the Lakers could literally hide him in a training room and just let him work nonstop training and developing his game for the next 4 years, and he'd still be younger than Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, right? Like all these guys. So he has so much potential, so much upside, so much growth. But you also have that battle between him and Cam Reddish for that backup shooting guard role. And Max Christie, he looks like he's able to get it done on both sides. I still think that the Lakers may end up splitting it with him and Cam Reddish. I'd be kind of curious to see, I could see like maybe one game Christie gets like 20 minutes, Reddish gets like 10, and then vice versa. All right, or maybe they do like 15 and 15 or something like that, or 12 and 12, however many minutes the backup role goes. But I definitely can see Max Christie continuing to shine, continuing to grow and develop. And I'm just really pumped and excited for just the future of this kid. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next like Austin Reeves story this year, where he's the guy that's just lighting it up and just having these great games for the Lakers. And, the Lakers are going to end up having to find minutes for him. And I also feel the same way about the next guy, which is Cam Reddish. So Cam Reddish, he's worked on his body all season. He gained 12 pounds. He still seems to have maintained that quickness, that athleticism. He's worked on basically everything that we need him to do, his three-point shooting, his defense, his just, offensive game, period. This is a guy that I've been high on since he was at Duke, and I fully believe could end up working his way into some solid minutes. This is a guy that it's just been about opportunity for him. And I do believe if he's given the right opportunity, he's given the right just, minutes and role, that I could see him really just kind of thriving for just the Lakers in general, and really kind of being that guy that could just impact on both sides of the basketball, right? And that's my hope, at least. I hope that he's a guy that really is competing game in and game out, and whatever minutes he gets, because I do think some minutes he plays 10 minutes, some minutes he may play 30 minutes. But his versatility is bigger than Christie's right now, right? Because you can play him basically 2 through 4, and even if you wanted to go a small ball lineup, could even go small ball 5 with him, because he's 6'8", got a 7'2" wingspan, right? And he's got the athleticism and the defense, and he's a guy that can block shots and do stuff. But he's also a guy that's really getting after it in training camp and really putting pressure on all of these players. And, he's in the best situation as far as competition goes, right? Because the Lakers are stacked with a bunch of, 6'8" wings that he's going up against game in and game out. He gets to defend LeBron, defend Rui Hachimura, defend Jared Vanderbilt, defend Taurean Prince, then go switch on guards like a D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, a Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, right? Like, he's going to get a lot of experience. And he's a guy that I really hope stays here for the long haul. I really do. I would love Cam Reddish to be a key cog in this Lakers roster for the foreseeable future. I really do. I hope this isn't just like we got Cam Reddish and, for 1 year and then that's it. Because, look, he's talked about, he wants to go to a place where he feels like he belongs, he fits, and that actually wants him. Cue the Will Smith meme. Why don't they want me, man? Or why don't he want me, man? The Lakers have tried to trade for him 3 separate times. He knows the Lakers want him. He knows that the Lakers have been highly, tooting him for quite some time. And now he's in that position. Now he's in that role. And I really hope that he is committed, buys in, plays hard. We saw him constantly in the gym, which is great to see, because he's a guy that has there's been a lot of questions about his work ethic. And a lot of questions about him being great, even dating back to Duke. And so we've seen him basically nonstop in the gym, in the lab, going to work, running scrimmages, all kinds of stuff. So I love to see it. I love that he's taken the time to really put on some weight, gain some muscle, maintain his quickness and versatility. I think he's going to be huge this year. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. How do you feel about these guys? Are you pumped? Are you excited? Somewhere in between? How do you feel? I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments.